What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to the Berserk manga, this time with the chapters, the final chapters I believe, Human Tentacles and the Tentacled Ship. A lot of tentacles, it does seem like we're going to be seeing today. Honestly, as I mentioned in the last couple of chapters, I'm not the biggest fan of the design of this monster, but I don't mind the design of it all too much, but it's just we've seen these same kind of tentacles for quite a while now. I'm looking forward to kind of seeing the main body of this thing that kind of lurks within this what do you call that, crevice. But yeah, plenty of fun moments with this. I can't remember what she called herself. I can't remember what the term was, but she kind of explained a bit of her backstory and how she was born. But I'm quite a fan of this new mysterious girl, honestly. She seems quite nice. As we had Shirka's lovely little entrance here after dealing with some of the tentacles. But yeah, we had this ominous shot of her, right? But I think she's all good. I don't think she's suspect or anything. A Mero, that's what she is. Again, I'm not sure I've heard that term outside of this. Maybe at some point, but yeah, I don't recollect it whatsoever. She's mostly human, but I think she is like kind of part Mero, as we see in that kind of astral projection of her. But yeah, at the end of last episode, we had some of my favourite stuff from this so far, with some really creepy images with all the, especially for Roderick entering this room and just being faced with this. I thought this was absolutely fantastic. I didn't say this, but it does seem very recognisable, like the tone of this. I think one of you in the comment section did let me know that this is kind of Lovecraftian inspired, and I do very much feel a kind of familiarity with scenes like this, and I love them. I love stuff like this. Yeah, they all end up being tentacles at the end of the day, all these guys. Again, I'm looking for some more variety, but yeah, we'll see what we've got today to finish things off. Do let me know what you guys think about these finishing chapters down in the comment section though. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys do enjoy, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. Let's get into Human Tentacles. What? Something must be happening over there. Isma, I apologise. I just remembered something urgent. I need to get back to my friends in the village right away. Yeah, that sucks. You know, I'll take you there. It's dangerous footing at night and I know a shortcut. So what's quite interesting is, she mentioned she was the village outcast. I don't think she's like the body. I don't, again, I'm not sure she's sus. She definitely was very sus when we originally met her, but I think she genuinely is just like a genuine girl. I think anyway. I could be wrong. Like, there's still room for error in that, but she seems nice. I think she genuinely is the village outcast, and I think it's obvious now why she's outcast, considering everyone's fucking tentacles. But why would they not just like kill her or eat her or anything? Are they maybe slightly scared of her because of that astral kind of projection we saw of her from Shirka's vision? Or yeah, I wonder what's going on there. Why would these tentacles not take care of her? Look at these guys. You know, I'll take you there. It's dangerous footing at night and I know a shortcut. Can't wait to see this movie, by the way. Love that. Love this new song. It's a shame. I really love the old main singer of Spire. Is such a legend as well. So many great moments with Gintama that I've seen. I haven't actually seen live, but I've seen recordings of live performances and such he's done as Gintoki and such. So it was a major shame to me when I found out he unfortunately can't sing anymore, I don't think, which really sucks. But this new singer they've got is pretty good, actually. I do like him. It must be hard as a band to get a whole new main singer. It's happened a few times. Happened to Blink 182 a while back, and that wasn't the best phase of Blink 182. There were still good songs, but Some of them do a few bands, and that's just like the one position that is really hard to kind of replace, isn't it? Yeah, got more of the hands here, just getting slaughtered by guts. Again, this kind of reminds me a bit of the movie. One of my favorites. It took me ages to watch it, and I can't believe how underrated it was. I speak about it a lot in The Mouth of Madness. It's just I love Sam Neill. Sam Neill is a fantastic actor. I've got so much nostalgia for him with the Jurassic Park movies, of course. Loved watching all of them as a kid. He's in one of the Omen movies, and it was a terrible movie, but I even enjoyed that a little bit as a kid. I think it was like Omen 4 or something. I can't remember which one. The fact that there is an Omen 4 is pretty hilarious in itself, considering that there's like I don't fully understand. Like, funny enough, I went to a Christian school, but I still don't fully understand the kind of events. But then there's like 3 stages, and there ended up being a 4th Omen movie. It's like, why? What was the need for it? No, it wasn't. It wasn't the 4th one he was in. I think it might have been the 3rd. Yeah, it was the 3rd one. And my God, I've rewatched this, and my God, is he terrible in this? But I don't think it's his fault. It's just got a 5.5. It does not deserve a 5.5. This movie is a mess. That's like 90%. 80% of people like this film, supposedly. Again, honestly, this one is a big old mess. But yeah, Sam Neill doesn't even make it redeemable, unfortunately. But yeah, I just love him. He's brilliant in The Mouth of Madness, and it's just an awesome fucking movie. Like, I love Mouth of Madness. The tone of it, it's a lot. The tone of Mouth of Madness is a lot like that scene. It's very Lovecraftian based as well. Of course, quite a few of you imagine I've seen it. It's kind of heralded as a bit of a kind of underrated gem, and it deserves to be so. But yeah, it's very Lovecraftian. It reminds me a lot of that scene of Roderick as he enters the room and everyone's just monsters. It's a very kind of mind tricky movie, but not too much so. But it's yeah, it's just very interesting. I just really love it. I really love it. The monster designs and effects are great. It's a bit of a shame because they didn't fully get to kind of show them off as they wanted to. I've seen some of the kind of makings of the movie, and unfortunately they didn't get to. They show them off pretty well, but they could have had a bit more of them. They wanted a bit more from them, I believe. But yeah, I love it. One of my favourites, honestly. And I wasn't expecting it at all going in. Have you heard of Sutter Kane? It's kind of based a little bit off Stephen King, I believe. I think Sutter Kane is like a stand-in for Stephen King, so it's almost kind of reality based, but very extraterrestrial kind of horror as well. Definitely check it out. I'll just get up quickly. In the Mouth of Madness. Probably, would I say this is my favourite John Carpenter movie? I'm not sure. It could be, you know. Yeah, this has got. Yeah, this deserves some high ratings. But would this be my favourite John Carpenter movie? See, I imagine many people would say, oh no, it's not. Many people would say Halloween. And I like Halloween, but I think it has been quite overrated over time. It didn't start the slasher genre, but it's definitely one of the biggest movies to impact it. And it's a great film. But I don't think it's his best work. I think again it has been quite overrated over time. And when I say overrated, it doesn't mean it doesn't take anything away from it. It's just that it's not the kind of masterpiece people think it is. It's a very good movie, but definitely the best movie in that franchise as well. Although I do love H2O, and Season of the Witch is also super underrated. The Thing is probably my favourite movie from John Carpenter, of course, just absolute classic. I haven't seen Christine. think that's about like a haunted car or something. I've seen these, and I wouldn't say they'd compare to the thing. I haven't seen vampires. I've heard plenty of mixed things about that, honestly. He's just got a great catalogue though, hasn't he? I haven't seen Ghost of Mars either. I've seen the remake of Assault on Precinct 13, but I've never actually seen the original. The remake's pretty good though, I want to say. Big Trouble in Little China. I wasn't that big of a fan of this. I watched that a few weeks back. I wasn't the biggest fan of Big Trouble in Little China. It was decent, but I think that's because I've seen many films kind of take the ideas from Big Trouble in Little China throughout the years without watching that itself. But who doesn't love watching what's his name? I can't remember. I want to say Snake Plissken. His name is not Snake Plissken. Kurt Russell. I love Kurt Russell. Sorry to go on this tangent here, but he is fucking phenomenal. One of my favourite actors. Seen a lot of movies in with him recently. The Thing, Escape from New York. I recently watched Big Trouble in Little China, of course, but he's just amazing in everything. Hateful Eight, he's great in. Death Proof is one I watched recently. He's got so much riz in Death Proof. I want to watch Bone Tomahawk soon. I've heard that's good. He's in the Guardians of the Galaxy 2, of course. Apparently he's in Fast and Furious. So I won't be watching those. But yeah, he's a legendary actor. I'm going to be watching this soon as well. Vanilla Sky, I have added to my watch list. I've heard it's good, so I'm going to be checking that out soon as well, I think. I've never seen how like Jerry Maguire or anything, so I've got to check those out at some point. There's a lot of legendary movies I'm still yet to check out, but that's the tangent over and done with. The little movie tangent. I didn't really watch anything this weekend. I usually watch at least like a couple movies over the weekend, but I'm about halfway through well, not halfway, about an hour through Jackie Brown currently, and I'm not enjoying it as much as the usual Tarantino movie, but it's still pretty good so far. I got on this track because I've been I rewatched From Dusk Till Dawn over the weekend. Didn't really watch anything new. Rewatched that and that's a lot of fun. Like that movie a lot. There's indeed a full moon. The Sylph sword seems more powerful than usual. Is that because there's... Oh, I see. Again, something from Yu-Gi-Oh taught me in the first arc. It's like I think they said something about the moon affects the sea and the wind or something like that, and if there's no moon then like that's all kind of messed up or something. It comes from the moment where Yugi attacks the moon, which is classic Yu-Gi-Oh moment right there. They even made a card of that, funny enough. Attack the moon. Obviously that's when Yu-Gi-Oh had like very little rules of what you could actually do, so you could actually just attack moons, which is not possible in the card game. But yeah, classic moment, which taught me about that. The moon have an effect on the sea and the wind. So it seems like on a full moon it actually gets more powerful. I'm also maybe expecting, because of the whole overlap thing, that these powers get more powerful as well, potentially. Yee! They're back there too. Alright, there were customers back there. What's going on here? Just stealing? What is this? Stealing. Oh, I see. This is I thought, but these are tentacles of sorts, I guess, aren't they? They're more stems actually, but these are Farnese's weapons that Shirka gave her. Kind of look like little scorpion stingers, don't they? As well as quite derpy mosquitoes. Go on, Roderick. Where's this arm coming from here? Oh, I guess that's just like an after image of one of his stabs. Kind of looks weird though, doesn't it? Kind of just looks like there's an arm coming from his chest. Kind of looks quite strange. This guy's reactions every time about failure. This little stingray thing in the back. I was surprised to learn that octopi can change into humans. Can't say it makes me want to eat any more of them. No, I guess that would kind of turn you off them a little bit, wouldn't it? Am I eating human right now? Still, just how many limbs are there? This might be the entire village's population. That is what I'm expecting. Yeah, this many arms can only mean one thing. More of these like little big mouth parts of them, which we thought was the main body before, but is actually not. It's another kind of connector. Again, I think I've seen enough of these. Like, they don't change. They don't change enough, if you know what I'm saying. Like, it would be okay if we saw an enemy this much. We have seen enemies this much, like Griffith's army and such. Zod, we've seen him plenty of times, but the thing is with Zod and such, we see their expressions change, and we see them in different like poses and such. You can't really do much with these, except for have them look exactly the same every time. And they don't have any different expressions or anything. It was cool seeing them in the human forms. That was really creepy and awesome. But I don't know if we'll be getting that anymore, of course. That's probably my favourite form of them so far. Pretending to be humans. There they are. Thought so. That just slicing through. Oh god. It's too thick. Guts, on your right. Slice him in half. Give him a bit of a Chelsea smile. Where does that term come from? Chelsea smile. It's always been something I'm quite interested in. Where does John Doe come from is another good question as well. Oh, I shouldn't have typed this in. Too many mysteries have come up right here. What was I originally thinking? Chelsea smile. Where does that come from? Like, I'm expecting maybe Chelsea in England, but I don't know. Drawing on the tradition of terror inspired by Glasgow's fearsome gangs. During the Industrial Revolution, the headhunters adopted the Glasgow smile as their trademark, calling it the Chelsea smile, or the Chelsea grin. So it was the Glasgow smile, and it changed to the Chelsea smile, Chelsea grin. I think it's like that thing where you see like the Joker in The Dark Knight. It's got like a Chelsea smile of like just mouth being cut open. Do you know what I've always found brutal? I think it's American History X. Very good movie, by the way. It's got a horrible scene. You don't actually see too much of it. I always heard a lot about this scene before I watched it. I'm not sure I should actually be showing this. Showing that symbol on my YouTube channel, probably a bad idea. But yeah, very good movie. I always heard a lot about the curb stomping scene beforehand, but it wasn't actually as detailed as you'd expect. But just the implied image of it really is just quite nasty, about someone just biting down on a curb and stomping them. That's just horrible. That's just horrible to think about. I think that's a bit worse than a Chelsea smile, honestly. Although I'm not sure. They've both got their horrible things. Like, that's just instant and painful and could cause instant death. You could survive that, I think. You'll obviously survive a Chelsea smile, but the scary thing with that is just how kind of easily and painfully rigidly it's done. Probably just like slowly cutting through your cheek, and the pain would be a lot longer. Yeah, I don't know. They're both got them. They're both horrible. Hopefully, we'll never experience either. Fingers crossed. Guts. Hey, you okay? Yeah. Oh, we've got problems. Damn. There really is a shit ton of these. Oh, we've got some slightly different designs now. That is a really cool image here, though, with just so many like this, isn't it? Again, feels quite extraterrestrial. Otherworldly. Yeah, look at these. These are the kind of new looking guys here. Well, we did kind of see them. I think they're more the human formish of the hands. Slightly more human formish. Yeah, this is actually a really cool image right here. I like this. Looks like we dove right into a nest of these sea slugs. Oh, he's back again. There are so many of them. Can you kill them all without using that power? Good question. Just as we seem to be kind of almost recovered from our singes. Oh, that's a really cool image as well. I always love these, to be honest with you. Always love these little kind of flashes in Shirka's head of imagery and stuff. Always love this. That's just really cool there, isn't it? Shirka? What's up? Is there trouble over there? Let's move as quickly as we can. Watch your footing in the dark. Hey, that thing's pretty convenient. I wish I had one for night fishing. The hold up. Look, down by the cave from earlier. You know what's always amazed me? Those mountain goats. Absolutely amazing how they can stand on such crazy surfaces. I'm always amazed by them. Weird thing to say, I know, but it's actually incredible the balance and strength their legs have, to be honest with you. Oh my god. Abandoned sea ship. Oh wait. Oh wait, we know whose ship that is. We know whose ship that is. I recognise that fucking skeleton with the shark in front of it. Wait, it's climbing? Excuse me? It's not just stuck there? It's a good question how it would get there in the first place, but the fact that it's climbing? Do you know what? Maybe I was right to talk about these goats, because this is quite similar right here. Like a mountain goat of a ship here. Something climbing up the cliff! Good fucking spot. You'd almost think that'd be like a dragon or something if you were really far away. That shape moving in on the rocks. Look at this shot of Shirka. That's super cute. Again, it's just like we've seen this. We've already seen this, haven't we? Doesn't make it any like worse. It's still awesome artwork. Don't get me wrong, but as I've been saying, seen this. Gosh. What's going on here? Ah, he's doing that move again. Oh, interesting. It is interesting seeing him kind of develop these moves, isn't it? These little special moves. I feel like maybe now we've gone into that more kind of fantasy vibe. He's maybe the author's maybe making Guts a little bit more of a kind of usual kind of fantasy protagonist, having these like special moves. He doesn't have attack names yet, but doing like name moves that you would expect to have kind of attack names for your like shonen protagonist. But yeah, it looks like he's canning in his arm again to use it as I can't remember the word for it, but to spin his sword around, get a bit more power on it that way, get some nice movement on it. So I think he's like put it parallel so it like recoils and swings like that. Surely that can't be too good for your good arm. Having that recoil kind of spin your arm like that. Yeah, some new cool techniques though, Mr. Guts, isn't he? Guts! Shit. How many times am I going to fire this thing today? I'm going to have to charge you for powders and shots, Captain. You could have a whole keg's worth. This isn't looking good though. I keep cutting them down, but more keep springing up. And there's going to be even more now that the crusty pirates have arrived on the island as well. We could have, so we'll be seeing those guys inevitably again, won't we? We could at least bombard them if we got back to the ship, but we're so surrounded we can't even get out of the village. But hey, Black Swordsman, use that power of yours. You know, what you did in Fratanus, the one where you looked like a beast. No! God damn. No! Shut up, brother. That power must not be used. If he uses it now while my mistress isn't here, he's liable to once again. Now how the hell do we get out of this? Oh. And here it is. The ship. Pretty cool shot here as well, isn't it? The big ship arriving, and that is the end of that chapter. Let's read some comments quickly before we move on to the final one for today. Wow, I mean, is it not quite obvious as to how the ship got here? Don't get me wrong, it's fantastic, but I think obviously it kind of did crawl to this place with the tentacles. The tentacles moved it here, of course. That's the movement. I know that looked weird, but that's what I'm expecting to happen. To like move like that, almost like a seal. How a seal moves on ground. Maybe varnish. Yeah, that could be a possibility for sure. Well, I think this Bonebeard guy is now just a tentacle, right? That's quite funny because I'm literally on that arc right now. Just finished episode 382, I think it is, of One Piece, and just been introduced to like I think 11 new kind of promising pirates that have just appeared on the red line. And yeah, super excited for it. I've heard of a couple of the characters, one being this kid and the other being Law, I think, and I think they're two of like the fan favorites. So super excited to see more of them. Literally had their first appearance last night while watching. Super excited for those guys. Yes. That would be quite funny, honestly. If Bonebeard ended up joining a wandering party. Is this not just like always a question, but it's a question like, I wonder what Skull Knight and God Hat is like. It's always a question, right? But it's always, it's, at the same time, it's always never a question because you don't know what they're doing right now. I've answered that in a weird way, but like, we'll never know what they're doing right now, what they're doing in their spare time. We haven't seen any of Void since the apocalypse, really. We saw a glimpse of his brain a fair few chapters ago now, but other than that, we haven't seen any of him. It's like, don't even question it because we have no idea what those guys are doing in their free time. They could just be playing fucking poker together or something, who knows? Again, I very much doubt it, but you don't really need to know. They haven't got any importance right now, so maybe importance is the wrong word. They obviously have importance, but not in the story right now. They don't. Yeah, not many comments as we. Oh, this chapter's got quite a few more likes than the last one, and this is the final one, so we'll get right into it. But yeah, we are seeing less and less comments in the comment section, aren't we? As we move to the end game here. Still got quite a few chapters left, though. Of course, still got 60 odd chapters left, which is what, like 30 videos, I think. No idea how long I've been doing this now. Probably a very long time. I do these probably, this and Nana probably will be the last manga I do react to on the channel. Just because it's just not the format of my channel, so obviously it's not doing too great. But yeah, the tentacled ship. There it is. Is it a mast, do they call it? I don't know. No, I don't think it is. Remember, got this little idle thing in the front. I think we should steal that, honestly. It looks really cool. Oh, a ship? Now I've seen everything. Impossible! A ship on land? This is just too absurd. Yo ho 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 ho! Scared ya, did we? This is a ghost ship. Absurd is what we do. And yeah, there they are, back again in the exact same position as we saw them in the last time. Once I smell the scent of blood, I'll follow it like a shark, however far I have to. Sorry to be greeting you from so high up. 'Tis I, Bonebeard. These guys seem to definitely have like a recollection of who they were, though. If these guys are, I mean, how could you say these are not part of the Tentacles? They seem to have, again, a good recollection of who they once were, don't they? I like his mouth, honestly. And it looks like a bit of a kind of drop in the ocean, doesn't it? It's actually quite cool. There he is. I never thought I'd look up to a pirate, both literally and figuratively. What do you mean, figuratively? Are they admiring his obsession, I guess? It is pretty admirable. He's back again. Maybe it'd be nice to have a ghost ship. Har har har. I'm honoured to earn your admiration. We all died, sir. Oh, wait, that's the line after. Vindictiveness is the ironclad rule of survival in the harsh world of pirating. But we all died, sir. Yeah, there they are. That's really cool, actually. And you're all a bunch of fools. I can't believe you chose to stop right here in our roost. There he goes. I like how his moustache is kind of turning into the texture of the tentacle. Pretty cool. Little tear coming out outside. Everyone who lives in this village is on our side. They're all literally hands and feet for the sea god. Everyone. Does that include the girl? And I don't think so. Just so you know, these tentacles didn't change into humans. It's the opposite. Humans who get eaten turn into tentacles. It'll happen to you too soon enough. Oh, what's going on here? The cannons. They look like eyeballs there, and then they have this horrible stuff coming out here. Japan and their fucking tentacles, bruh. This ship will devour you. It is just funny, isn't it? Just again, it's one of those prejudices that is just right. It's just like Japan and tentacles just go hand in hand. Like, that's come from somewhere. Japan do love their tentacles. You only ever hear about that about Japan. Japan and tentacles, just like something everyone knows. No, you wouldn't say like Spain and their, but that's the thing. Another one's like France and their frogs and slugs. But you wouldn't say like Spain and their kind of dead wombats or something like that, would you? The ship will devour you, and you'll be brethren of the sea, just like us. There's a monster inside the ship. Surprised, are ye? Aye, and the risk of repeating myself, you've just been cutting off its whiskers. Its whiskers, eh? Fucking bone beard. But yeah, it really has turned into like a giant monster right here now, hasn't it? And I'm pretty sure there still isn't like the main body of the tentacles. Pretty sure it's still in that cave. I'm imagining it's ginormous. Some cool tentacles here though, again, like eyeball looking ones that have like spouted out a bunch of other tentacles, of course, but they're not the same as these ones that also kind of spout out tentacles. A little bit more variation with the ship here, which is cool. It's nocturnal, you see. It goes back to its den once the sun rises. So last time we ran out of time, but this time's different. The sun only just set. Right, brethren? And tonight's full moon is special. Seems it's the Easter of the sea god. That gets even these gloomy fishermen excited. Right, brethren? Sorry, I keep reading that in the wrong order. Oh, wow. Holy crap. Got a lot more variation now. Look at all these giant fucking slugs. Jesus. Look at all of these. Well, there's surely no way we can not use the armor right now, right? It's too many tentacles. Like in a real life situation, you'd just be fucked, I think. Because you just have 1,000 tentacles coming at you at once. Need Shirka here as well. Oh, you know what? I like this shot. It's a disgusting shot, but it's disgusting in a good way. I like this shot right here. I love that perspective. Very horrific perspective, isn't it? Like the camera's like there. Don't worry. Don't worry. Once you're swallowed whole and digested bit by bit, you're completely reborn, and then the fun begins. Again, that's a really cool shot right here. Like that. Now let's start this feast where we last left off. No, I don't want to be a tentacle. It's quite funny because I mentioned that about Japan earlier. I think actually some people in Japan would like to be tentacles, would like to be where tentacles do go. Just kind of It makes me feel a little bit horrible saying that out loud. Oh, the chains. And the chains seem to be rattling. No! Wait! At least wait until I'm there. I think the last time he did, it's been a little while since he used the armor actually, hasn't it? But the last time she was like with him or using it, I believe. Yeah, it's been a little while actually. And yeah, as a little look at Casca behind him, like a feral beast protecting his kin, his babies, a bear. It's what I've always loved about like Sugimoto from Golden Kamuy. He's always I always just associate him with a bear, a big old brown bear protecting his babies. I love that show. Such a shame. I think the next season is going to be the final season. Sucks ass. That's been one of my favourite shows airing over the last few years. No! And there it comes. Swallowing him up. Again, maybe we shouldn't be happy, but I'm kind of happy to see this. The Berserker armor back in action. Flex. Strain. Again, just like if this was an actual thing, just imagine how painful it would be just to put this armor on, connecting to every bone and muscle tissue. It's just ugh. That is like, yeah, so fucked. Wow. I'm just slice it on through. Again, I think he kind of needed to, honestly, because I think everyone would have just instantly died if he didn't do this. I like the drawings of the muscles there. Very nice. Guts. This guy's always just got to go like one step further, hasn't he? With his expressions and faces. We've just got to go one step overboard. No, well, no pun intended there, but fits pretty nicely with this arc. It looks really derpy with these eyes, and I really like that actually. I do like that they gave it that. Oh shit! Have we not seen this shot before? I feel I've definitely seen this shot before. Is this not like one of the covers or something? Maybe I'm talking rubbish there, but I've definitely seen this shot before. I feel like I've seen it in colour. Really awesome shot there. Very nice. It's almost like that quite a few chapters back now, we saw that dragon. It's almost a little bit similar in a way, isn't it? Like Guts and that dragon that we saw in kind of terms of like the scales of the armor. They kind of almost seem like dragon kind of scales. And it gives that vibe of like a dragon and the kind of how scary it is as well. Don't know if any of you guys feel that way. The pose as well a little bit almost reminds me of that how that dragon was drew a few chapters back. type thing. There's a broken chain there as well. The chains have been let loose. What is this guy? So Bonebeard right now, he's definitely got like some of the old Bonebeard, but is he just like a voice for this, for these tentacles right now? I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. Flex, flex. Oh dear. Grawl. Diving into the ship. What? Right through the armored hull? Take this. Just the classic Sonic spinning jump move right there. Again, I've always just found these eyes quite derpy and cute. So I was going to bring up the slug demon we had right towards the start of the series. I think these are different. I think these are like sea slugs, aren't they? I think there is a slight difference between a normal slug and a sea slug. So I guess we can kind of get away with not using the same type of slug in each arc. Again, very nice shot right here. Well, again, it almost feels a bit bad to kill these because they do look really cute, but they are going to kill us. So, all he needed was a little provocation. I've seen it before, but I still can't believe he can do that. Gods. Huh? Giant sea hares and they're hares. Okay, my bad. Giant sea hares and ships are attacking the village, and a ship are attacking the village. Aren't those slugs? And that's what I was thinking, but apparently they're giant sea hares. Kind of funny when you say it out loud. Crap, it started already. That doesn't sound too intimidating, does it? Giant sea hares and a ship. Yep. And that is where we're finishing off for the volume. That's a bit of artwork here. I'm not sure I've seen that one before. But yeah, nice chapters today. Not gonna spoil myself for the for anything for the next volume here, but yeah, good final chapter here. Like I said, I still feel like the enemy is a little bit kind of seen a lot of it, but I'm liking these kind of sea hare versions of it and the nice little eyes that they've got, as well as Bonebeard coming back. That's appreciated. As again, it was feeling a little bit stale with just the tentacles, but yeah, some pretty cool stuff here again. Like, always awesome seeing the Berserker armor in action. So that was really nice. But yeah, we'll get into some comments quickly before we finish off for today. I think they're talking about the panel I mentioned earlier with this one here. I think this, again, I've seen that quite a lot, I think. I'd love to see a great animation of this. I really would. Because it would make scenes like this where I do find it a bit more boring, actually a bit more like with actual kind of fluidity. Well, fluidity is the wrong word because it is very fluid in the manga here, but with actual kind of animation where we can actually see just Guts going ham on this thing, it would actually be quite a bit more fun than seeing it in the manga, I think. It would be a kind of it would be the same. I'd have the same feeling towards the tentacles either way, but actually just seeing them animated nicely would raise it up quite a bit. Again, I'm not sure that'll ever be a thing though. Is that a One Piece reference? I mean, yo ho 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 is something you hear from quite a few villains and such throughout time, but the fact that he is like a skeleton pirate, I think probably is a reference to One Piece. This person saying Berserk on the One Piece has no place here because this chapter obviously didn't come out fucking 20 years ago, did it? That makes an interesting point. I miss when Guts used to be able to solo this stuff, and now it's the Berserker armor or nothing. Well, the thing is, he wouldn't, like, if he can't solo it now, he wouldn't be able to solo it back then. Like, if he didn't have the armor now, they'd all just be dead. Alright? Even if he faced this back then, he'd have died back then, I assume. I get the point this guy's making. It does feel like we are super reliant on the armor. We haven't been using it for quite a while, and it felt a bit scaled down in what we were taking on, of course. But I understand what point this guy's making. I don't agree with it personally. I always love seeing the armor. I always love seeing it in action. I love the kind of the question of protect or rampage, and it just thematically fits really well, as well as looking awesome as fuck. Like a best of both worlds situation. But I understand where this guy's coming from. I don't agree with it, but I can understand that. Some Easter eggs. Might have to have a little look through again quickly. Some Easter eggs. Easter eggs to what? I think they're talking about like references to something. Maybe they're talking about the Brook reference. Not really sure what else. Not really sure what else you can call an Easter egg here. No. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, good couple chapters today. I'd like a bit more enemy variation, but we're still yet to see the main body of this tentacle thing. So still plenty of time left with that. Again, I won't spoil myself for the next volume, so I'll leave it here. Do let me know what you guys think about this these chapters though down in the comment section. I think the second one was especially good, wasn't it? Seeing the Berserker armor in action, seeing lots of horrific shots like this, which I absolutely love. It's like the texture on the teeth and everything, just absolutely great. They look like wooden planks. It's just great, isn't it? Like the little details as well with as I said here, like the chain where you like chain up the ship being kind of There'll be no chain on there. But yeah, again, do let me know what you guys thought in the comment section. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. I'll be back tomorrow, I believe, with the first couple chapters of the next volume, which is volume 36, I believe. So yeah, see you guys then. Enjoy the rest of your day.